Hey everybody, welcome back to this episode of the End is Near Gear podcast. Today's episode's something a little bit different. It's a YouTube premiere. Why is it a YouTube premiere? Because I can't do a live stream because out here in rural PA, our internet is so blazing fast that we can't do live streams. So at the end, I'll do a speed test to show you just how bad the internet really is here. But anyway, the real purpose of this video is so that I can learn how to use OBS Studio. I wanted to test out some of the features and make sure that everything works. So before we get into it, I'm going to run the disclaimer real quick, and then we're going to hop over to the browser and take a look at some articles. Just a quick reminder, nothing in this podcast should be considered as medical, legal, or financial advice. Any views or opinions of our guests, etc., do not necessarily represent or reflect that of myself or the End is Near Gear podcast. Well, that seemed to work pretty good, so that's awesome. Disclaimer done. Let's move over to the browser so we can take a quick look at some articles. Now, before we get started, these articles, I couldn't find much news today. There wasn't a whole lot of hot stuff going on. It is what it is. But I just want to make sure that this all works. So I'm just going to touch on this. I'll put links to these articles in the description of the video so that you can check them for yourself if you want to. And right now I'm going to get rid of my ugly mug off the screen. There we go. And because YouTube is so picky about the words that you can and cannot use without getting dinged or banned or deleted or whatever, I'm going to replace this word right here with nasty and this word with vacuum. So here we go. I'm just going to touch on these a little bit. I won't read the whole things, but new nasty variant found in New York City. The variant carries a mutation that could reduce the effectiveness of vacuums. The variant, which researchers call B.1.526, carries a mutation that could help it reduce the effectiveness of vacuums. We observed a steady increase in the detection rate from late December to mid-February, with an alarming rate rise to 12.7% in the past 2 weeks. Researchers at Columbia University Medical Center wrote in a report that has yet to be published. They found cases of the variant in Westchester County outside the city, as well as the boroughs of the Bronx and Queens, the lower part of Manhattan and Brooklyn. Another team of researchers from California Institute of Technology also documented the variant in a preprint of their study that was posted online this week. Neither study has been peer-reviewed or published in a journal. So we'll skip some of the fluff and we'll read this little important part at the end here. Vacuum makers, P&M, are working on ways to address variants through either a third dose or a modified version of their vacuums. The Food and Drug Administration earlier this week said that authorized vacuums that are modified to address the variants could go through shorter trials. Wow, we're living the dream. Living the dream. Shorter and shorter trials. I can't imagine what could go wrong. Next article. The FBI is aware of American Airlines' possible UFO spotting, stopped short of confirming investigation. So this is from Fox News. The FBI is aware of an American Airlines pilot's report of an apparent UFO seen soaring over northeast New Mexico earlier this week, but stopped short of confirming whether the investigation is underway, Fox News learned Thursday. The pilot was maneuvering a plane bound for Phoenix, Arizona from Cincinnati, Ohio on Sunday afternoon when a flight crew spotted a quick-moving, unusual flying object above them, according to a radio transmission recorded by Steve Douglas on his blog, Deep Black Horizon. So that's interesting. Let's look at this here. On Tuesday, American Airlines confirmed to Fox News that the audio transmission was from Flight 2292, but referred further questions to the FBI. So let me scroll down here to the quote from the pilot. We just had something go right over the top of us, the pilot adds. I hate to say this, but it looked like a long cylindrical object that almost looked like a cruise missile type of thing, moving really fast and went right over the top of us. Now that's kind of terrifying. That'd probably scare the pants off me if I was flying the thing and thought I saw a cruise missile. Wow. All right, moving on. AP, Mr. Potato Head drops the Mr. Sort of. New York AP, is it Mr. Potato Head or not? Hasbro created confusion Thursday when it announced that it would drop the Mr. from the brand's name in order to be more inclusive and so all could feel welcome in the Potato Head world. It also said that it would sell a new playset this fall without the Mr. and Mrs. designations that will let kids create their own type of potato families, including 2 moms or two dads. But in a tweet later that afternoon, Hasbro clarified that the Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head characters will still live on and be sold in stores, but under the Potato Head brand. In a picture posted on Twitter, the Mr. and Mrs. names are less prominently displayed at the bottom of the box instead of the top. Yay! I don't know. That's just kind of, I don't know. Sounds like overkill to me, but whatever. So this is kind of cool to me because I live in Pennsylvania and I've been seeing a lot of cardinals this year. Might be because there's been more snow, so the contrast, you could see the red better or whatever, but it's pretty cool. Rare bird, half male, half female, cardinal snapped in Pennsylvania. It's really a beautiful bird. I mean, it really is. A bird that appears to be half female and half male was photographed in Pennsylvania by a birder who rushed out with his camera when he heard a friend had spotted the northern cardinal. Though not unheard of, mixed-sex birds are rare. Male cardinals are bright red, but females are pale brown, suggesting that this specimen may be a mix of the two sexes. Retired ornithologist Jamie Hill, 69, told BBC it was a once-in-a-lifetime, one-in-a-million encounter. I mean, it really is a beautiful bird. It's a little strange, but beautiful. A friend of Mr. Hill told him that she had seen an unusual bird coming to her bird feeders in Warren County in the state of Pennsylvania. At first, Mr. Hill wondered if the bird was leucistic, a term that means the specimen would have a loss of pigmentation in its feathers, but would not be half female and half male. But after seeing the mobile phone pictures, he suspected it had what is called bilateral gynandromorphism. Wow, that's a mouthful. Which is when a bird would have both a functioning ovary and a functioning single testy. How cool is that? I mean, it's a little strange. Probably parents might eat a lot of soy or something, but you know, it is what it is. So here we go. Promised you a speed test. Let's see how bad this is. Now, mind you, I'm not streaming, I'm not downloading, I'm not doing anything but recording to my hard drive. So let's see how this speed test goes. And we're off. Oh, we're getting there. This is faster than before. I had 0.9 earlier today. It's up a little bit. All the people doing their downloading and using the net must have popped off. Oh no, here we go. It's still going pretty bad here. So yeah, this is probably the biggest reason why I can't do a live stream. So there you go. 2.01 megabits downstream and 0.66 upstream. 90 millisecond ping, which isn't too bad. Your internet connection is very slow. Your internet download speed is very low. Web browsing should work, but videos could load slowly. Tell me something I don't know. So yeah, there's that. So I just want to take a moment here to thank everybody for joining me on this adventure trying to learn how to use OBS Broadcaster. And you can check out the website at www.endisneargear.com. There is a forum there. You can try to sign up for it. I need to do some testing on the site and get things ironed out, but it's getting there. There's a few podcasts that aren't on YouTube that you can get on the site. And, just check it out. And I appreciate your support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Check the bell icon and get the notifications for the next time I do a premiere or put up a video. And that's about it. So thank you for listening.